Good morning, Facebook Realtor peeps. In today's version of the Realtor question of the day, my question that I posted was, if you could build the perfect team, what would it look like? So I want you to think about a couple of things. There is nothing wrong with being a solo agent. The problem with a solo agent is that you have to do everything yourself. You're trying to spread yourself thin. You're trying to show houses. You're trying to list houses. You're trying to do paperwork. And by the end of the day, you're just exhausted because you're doing everything. Well, imagine, if you will, that you, the solo agent, get a transaction coordinator. So, number one, you now have a transaction coordinator who, once the contract is executed, you then pass it on to the transaction coordinator, and she or he takes care of all the paperwork, repairs, amendments, follow up on the survey, the appraisal, the pre-approval letter, everything all the way to closing. How much more time would you have as a solo agent if you added a transaction coordinator? So now that you have your transaction coordinator, it's now time to go list more houses so that you can be a strong listing agent. I'm fixing to sneeze. I'm not going to sneeze. Okay, so now you have more listings and you have more buyers because you're not spending time with paperwork. So now you get more listings. You now have, you're now at a point that you're getting 15 to 20 listings, maybe 30 listings a month, and the buyers are starting to flood in. Well, guess what it's time to do now? Get a buyer's agent. But you're thinking, who's going to want to do any kind of split with me where they're going to give up a big portion of their commission because they're my buyer's agents? Well, there's an alternative to that most of you haven't thought about. And I can give you details on how that would look, but don't be consumed with how the split would work, because I've got another method that would be beneficial not only to you, but to the buyer's agent who's going to want to do this with you. Okay, so now you've got your transaction coordinator, you've got your listings, your 15 to 20 listings at all times, by the way. And let me stop on that for just a minute. A broker told me a long time ago with Remax, he said, if you want to truly be successful, you need to have 15 active listings at all times. At all times. So that means if you close 3, you got to go replace those 3 and have 15 at all times. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get enough buyers to keep you busy. The listings will keep you busy, and they will eventually sell as time goes on. In the Dallas market, they're going to sell pretty fast. In the Florida market, they're going to sell really fast because Florida is going crazy right now. All right, so now you've got your transaction coordinator, you got your 15 to 20 listings, you got your buyer's agent. Well, it's now time to get another listing agent. So now the listing agent is calling on your people or your area. No, here's what you do. You split your territory. What I did is I hired a listing agent who called only, I'm trying to keep from sneezing, who called only in Collin County and Dallas County. I called in Tarrant County and Denton County. If for some reason that we got a listing in the other person's county, we just said, hey, here's a listing for you. Here it is. It's in your county. So now you have listing agent. Well, now you've doubled your amount of listings. Your listings at all time went from 15 to now 30 because you've doubled the amount of listings. Guess what it's time to do now? Hire another buyer's agent for the second listing agent. So now, what does your team look like? You, transaction coordinator, buyer's agent, listing agent, buyer's agent. Did y'all catch that? You, transaction coordinator, listing agent, buyer's agent, other listing agent, buyer's agent. Now it's really getting fun. So let's say now that the word spreads that you're doing all this business and you want to dabble in another city. Well, your license says that you can now sell real estate in the entire state. I don't know if any of you knew this, because some of you are small thinkers and you think because you live in Destin, Florida, or Flower Mound, Texas, that you can only sell in that one small city. Well, guess what? Your license says that you can sell in the entire state. So now you duplicate this process. You get a listing agent in a different city. You get a buyer's agent to work those listings, and you get a transaction coordinator to do all those three. So now you have a team of 3 in a different location. 3. Why can't you do that in another location? Very simple to do, but you haven't thought about how you can make this happen. So today's words of wisdom for all of you is not, can it be done? Instead, I want you to think, how can I make it happen? I've got some great ideas. I've done this myself. I know how to do it. If you want help on how to build a team, how to build multiple teams, not only in the state that you're in, but in other states, you can do it. Well, the first question I'm sure some of you are thinking, where's all these leads coming from? Well, got a solution for that one too. I can show you a system where you can get 200 to 300 leads per day. It's not going to cost you anything. So you're going, what? 200 to 300 per day? How can that be? Well, I know how to do it. You know, after 18 years of insurance, 18 years of real estate, 32 years of insurance, I know how to lead generate. I know how to do this. It's what I've done almost my entire life. I'm 56 years old. I started prospecting when I was 25. That's a long time of experience to learn how to prospect. So that's one of the things I want to share with y'all. And I want to recognize some people that are on here. I love it when people come and actually stay on the whole time and you don't fall asleep and be bored to tears. So Jimmy Hanks, good morning, Jimmy. Glad to have you. Tammy Pritchett, Tammy, we still got to do our interview. Trina Keller, Neil Schneider, Christina Garza, and Simon Gonzalez. For those of you also that missed my video 3 or 4 days ago, which has gotten almost over 1,000 views on that video, I've created a website called World Realtor Network, and you can acquire one city and state, one city, your city in that state or country, and being the exclusive realtor for that city. In other words, if somebody is looking for a house in, let me think of a city, Los Angeles, California, and you have Los Angeles, when they click on this website and they go to Los Angeles, only one person shows up. It's you. No other competition. You're the only realtor. I'm also attaching videos with the person who grabs that stake. That's why, Tammy, we've got to reschedule your video. Because what you're going to do is I'm going to post this video on YouTube under World Realtor Network. So this is something that the website that I just started last week, it's gotten crazy. The calls are coming in crazy. I've gotten responses from Active Rain, Resas, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. It's crazy what kind of responses I'm getting this, where people want to have the city and state of where they are licensed. So if you want to find out more about this, send me an email so that I can reply to your email with instructions on how this can be set up. My email address is robert@robertjrussell.com. For those of you that don't know how to spell, that is ROBERT at ROBERT, the letter J, RUSSELL. So y'all have a great day today. If you have any questions, call me, 972-679-9029. Bye-bye now.